Yep, 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 yep. All right, so yes, we are about to start. We are about to start. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. So here we are. It's CPI. It's CPI, guys. It's CPI. So there has already been the release. So of course we're gonna be trading the post CPI. So let's see. Palero CPI. Okay. All right. So let's see. What do we have? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, guys. So while I'm waiting for guys to join, more people to join. So let's see what we have in stock here. All right. So welcome, welcome, welcome to this episode of our June live stream. We are starting our live stream officially, and we will be doing this every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So make sure to subscribe if you have not done that already. Turn on your post notification and make sure you are always a part of this community. Invite your friends. Anyone that is trading forex, which you know he or she is struggling, let them be a part of this. It's free. All right. Okay, so this has been a couple of things I've worked on. So for those of us that has, if you had watched my weekly analysis, you would have seen that I projected US30 to be bullish. So this was actually the first exit point, which has done that already. So that is, by the way, if you missed out in that, you can go back to my page and just scroll down. You will see the weekly analysis there, then you can take advantage of it. All right, so what do we have to this 4 hour time frame? Let's see how we can take advantage of the momentum. So let's just scan through. So a trade that we really missed out has been a US30. So unfortunately, it started playing before we could even have the opportunity to stream anyway. So, but if you are a student, of course, you did enjoy this. So basically, I'm just gonna for educational purpose, I'm just gonna break it down so that people can learn from this. So basically, if you take a look at this structure of mine, all right, I think you just gotta do a couple of edits here. Okay. All right, so just have something to clarify. All right, so let's continue with this before I do some of the necessary edit. So basically, this was it a breakdown of. Let me just give you guys an idea of what I was looking at. If you look at this retest area, so some of us may refer to this as an order block. So, but I am a supply and demand trader, of course. So this basically created a demand zone there. So what we saw, price did push higher, came back to retest here, then blah blah blah, push higher, came. Even with this manipulation, price could not close below that place, so that became a significant area. We saw price always rejecting around that zone. So once again, price came back into that zone. So of course, all we needed was to look out for an accumulation for price to trade sideways. For those of us who might not understand accumulation, we just need to see a sideways price movement, then we just gonna push higher. So of course, the reason for this exit is basically the same reason for which we entered the buy. So I'm expecting price to push higher into this supply zone. It's as simple as that. So this is about a 200 pips move. So already I was able to capture 120 pips and I'm out of that trade, so that we can all take trades live today. So but that is it for educational purpose. All right, so let's stick with US30 and see what we have here. So US30, I'll be expecting to continue bullish, but of course, if you are an an old guy in this stream, you realize that US30 is best to trade around 1 p.m. GMT and 1:30 p.m. GMT, especially today being Tuesday. The right time to trade is 1:30 p.m. PM GMT, sorry, or 2 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. GMT. So of course, this stream we are going to extend it all the way to 3 p.m. So of course, if there's no setup by 1, we're going to wait for 1:30 to until there's a setup. We don't want to rush into any trade. So GU is still not giving us what we expected. So of course, basically there was an accumulation right here, so I expected a breakout of that zone, and that is exactly what it did. But I'm not really a fan of GU because sometimes it is too slow for my liking. So basically this is what we are looking at. I'm looking out for GU to push into this zone. So if you're already in a GU buy, then you can as well hold it to see if price would test 1.26300. So for those of you that are still taking GU buy, I recommend you just hold it to your to the next supply area. So let's see that zone on the H4. So that is it. So I already plotted this zone. Like I said, if you can go back to my weekly analysis, you will see that though of course I expected price to push into that zone immediately, but it did not. It did break, did some correction, then created a rejection point, sat upon it to push higher. So basically with this structure, there's an expectation that if price breaks this high right here, it should push smoothly into this zone and probably into this to retest this previous high. So GU is kind of something we are just going to sit on our hands. So now let's look at gold. Gold, I had made mention on that gold, unless we break this zone close above before we can expect price to push higher. In as much as we are trading below this zone, and below this range, we should expect price to retest this zone. So basically, this is my expectation on gold. So we're gonna zoom into the M30. We have 5 minutes more for this hour candle to close. So this is a 30 minutes time frame. So let's look at it on the M15. So this is it clearly on the M15. So basically, I like setup like this. If it closes this way, looking at the volume that is flying around this time, we should see a bearish continuation. So of course, when there was a release of the news, price first of all pushed downwards before going bullish. So it indicates that there is a high probability that price would be going downwards. So let's see how this M15 closes. We still have about 4 minutes for it to close. So when it does, then we can look out for a sell opportunity. So let's just sit tight and see. So let me give us a closure. So I need to see price around this zone. So if price breaks below that zone, then you can look out for yourself. So we target this area. $19.51. So let's see. Let's see how price reacts at around this area. So this is basically a closure on gold. What I'm going to be looking out for. So I've seen the rejection I needed on the M15. This zone has been rejected. Price tried price broke through above it, could not close. Now let's look at it here as well so that we can have a closure. So you see similar events happen here. So I'm just kind of looking out for a repetition of what happened previously. So of course we did see a rejection and price did drop, though we did not have a significant drop, but we can see when price got back into that area, we saw this significant drop. So let's see. Always remember to use apply proper risk management in all your trades, and also confirm with your strategy. Confirm with your strategy, guys. Feel free to send me your chart. If there's any chart you are looking at and you want us to look at it together, feel free to send it to my Telegram page. Link is in the description box, or you can just use this link that is scrolling right there at WexFX. So just send it to me at WexFX, then I will pull it up and we look at it together. All right, so let's okay, all we had already missed out of that. So we have US30 to battle with and gold to battle with. Right. All right, so 2 minutes to go for the candle to close. Yes, so let's come back here. All right, so let's see. All right, so the next hour candle has just opened and price did not close as expected, so of course there's nothing we can do. We just sit on our hands. Now US30 has pushed higher, broken above this structure or this psychological level, and it's still pushing higher. For me, I don't take trades at the middle of a move. I always wait for a retest, a proper structure, then I join. I like to pick trades that has less risks. Every trade is risky. There's an element of risk in every trade, but always try as much as possible to go for trades that are less risky. Remember, the market is always there. The market is always there. So there's no point to always rush the process. Understand your setup and trade your setup irrespective of whatever happens. So that is it. So I'm gonna be expecting, so if I have a retest of this psychological level, a retest, then I can look out for a buy. So I'm actually looking at ultimately 34,300 for price to get into to that level. 34,300, that is the ultimate I'm looking at for. So let's look at the 4-hour time frame. We might not get there today, but looking at the volume, what is going on, there's a probability we might get there, though it might not be within this stream. But so this is it. So already it has done about more almost 400 points or 4,000 points from where we call the buy. So let's always try as much as possible to stay glued to the weekly analysis. You might get something out of it. All right. Let's take a look at this. CPI. The goal is actually pushing. So in as much as it is within this range, we are not permitted to take any trade. So we're just gonna be patiently waiting. So maybe we can look out for buys when we see a close above here. So a close above below here is a sell, above here is a buy. Those are the closures. Right. So like I said, if you are still on GU buy, you can as well hold on to your buy. So I expect price to push. Yeah. Let me see if my withdrawal is approved yet. Okay, still pending. Right. All right. All right. So while we are still waiting for gold, I'm also waiting for my withdrawal to hit my account. All right. Ooh. So of course, like I always say, if you have any question, make sure to use the chat box. Let me know where you are joining us from. I'd like to know your experience in this business. How long have you traded? Let's get to interact. Please kindly subscribe if you have not done that already, and like the video. I need more likes. I need more likes. Let's see what's going on there. Ooh. All right, so we're sitting on our hands. Of course, there's nothing. Maybe we should get some game and play. All right, so of course we are sitting. Oh, let's get some music. Let's get some music. Let's get some music, guys. All right. What is your view? What do you think gold is gonna do? Is it gonna sell? Is it gonna buy? Let me know in the chat section. What is your view? Do you think gold is gonna sell? Is gonna buy? Yeah, that reminds me. In the course of this stream, before the end of the month, we'll be doing a 10,000 prop account giveaway. So make sure to be a part of our live session, all our live session, because we can't tell when it's gonna happen. And try as much as possible to share the channel but I can tell for a fact that the giveaway is gonna happen when we hit 70, at least above 70 subscribers. So let's help share the channel, recommend it to people. That will encourage us to do more. The number of people you recommend will determine if you will qualify. As a matter of fact, the person with the highest number of recommendation will get access to the giveaway unchallenged. Then I can add another one where I will put out for balloting. Wow. So US30 is leaving us behind. Alright, so we're gonna be patient, of course. So let's see what was the outcome of the news. So it was positive. Alright, so let's look at, so you can see it's about 90% bullish here. So the stocks are bullish. So that tells why US30 is also pushing higher. So in as much as the technical aligns, the fundamental as well also supports that bullish move. So hence the reason we are having that push in price. What is your view on gold? Is it gonna sell? Is it gonna buy? Now there's something here to note on GU. So I feel I should bring it to our notice. This is a psychological number. This is a psychological level. Price has hit that 1.26000. So that raises some concern with regards to the buy. So now let's do some few analysis to help someone. So we have this supply. So if you look at this area right there and we project it all the way, so this supply right here is what affected price earlier on, which it did reacted, push price downwards. So now basically what we are expecting is when I saw price break above this, I expected price to continue. That's basically what I expected. Why? Because there is room for a smooth push right here. So you can see this range needs to be filled. But of course, you cannot also neglect this level right there. So in as much as we are seeing some reaction there, so it therefore calls for caution. So what do you do when you see situation like this? When you are in limbo where you have a range to fill and price is also reacting at a psychological level, what you need to do at this point is to sit on your hands. You do not have to take action. You just need to define your range and execute when price gets back into your range. So basically, if you're in a buy, I'll recommend you shut it down. If you're in a buy, shut it down. I know I said earlier you should hold on to your buys, but right now, pointing out this, I don't want you to lose money. Unless you're a swing trader, fine, you can just keep holding your trade. Maybe price will drop all the way to this point, then fly back up. Right. But as a day trader, trust me, guys, you don't want to see the outcome of that trade. Trust me. Because if we have this happening, then you will be messed up. Mind this 4 hour time frame, guys. So that is it. Just wanted to bring that to your notice. This is a nice setup there. So guys, let's look at the risk reward first. This is a nice sell setup. 49 pips. I think I can go in for this. So guys, I'm gonna be jumping into this sell. All right, so because we have this rejection right here, we have the this doji, we had a sharp push to the upside, and we had a nice rejection. Look at how small that candle is. So I'm expecting that volume to continue downwards. So hence the reason I'm joining this sell right here, guys. So let's see how it goes. Royal Rumble. Please always remember to use proper risk management. Don't go beyond your risk appetite. So this is where we are sitting on that entry. Don't go beyond your risk appetite, guys. Try as much as possible to stay within your risk. So here we go. So I'm basically risking 49 pips and I'm going for 85 pips. You guys already know the drill. So when we get to 40 pips, we'll break even and see how we can allow the rest to run. So where is our 40 pips going to take us to? So we pick it up here. So 40 pips. Right. So this time is going to be 45 pips based on this structure. So we're going to be taking out partials at this point. So let's mark it out. All right, so that is it. So we are already swimming in positive, guys. So So we are currently floating about 13 pips. Yeah, 13 pips. 15 pips, guys. So let's see. So you're floating. So you can see, if you can see right there, if you can see right there. So 27 pips floating at this point. 28. We are 30 pips in. So I'm just gonna, let's see. So I think you can see that. You can see that right there. All right. So yeah, we are about hitting our 40 pips, guys. Yeah, we get it. Wow. Never mind. All right, so we are about hitting there. So we have hit 400 USD. That's 440 pips, 418. All right. So at this point, you can shut down your trade if you cannot bear with me. Trust me. So that has been a very amazing trade right there. So we're gonna, so let's so guys, we did 40 pips. So basically, this game is a game of patience, guys. You just need to be patient, and of course, you don't need to be patient. So that is the guys. So at this point, like I said, you can close because we did 40 pips, guys. So that you do not say, "Oh, I saw 40 pips, I did not take." No, we are cool like cooler, guys. So so we are still floating on that. We could not oh, this guy is coming back. Right. So US30 is also trying to push back down for us. Let's see, we might get that upon it might get an opportunity there as well. Yeah, you can do it, guy. You can do it. So gold is pushing down. We are ready. First saw our 50 pips right there, 40 pips, sorry, but we of course we want to see more drop. So we want to see more drop. Gold sell. Let's. So of course at 40 pips, I asked you guys to close so that you secure your profit. Look at how smooth it was. We did that just within about 3 minutes. That's the essence of this live stream, so that you get to make some money. All right, so in the next 1 minute I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna take partials. This is 15 minutes. Let's see what it looks like on the 5 minutes. Okay, just some few pips. Wow, it was just about 5 pips to the target. to our break-even point. So right now the new 5 minutes has opened. So let me know. Yeah, okay, Ebenezer, you saw that sell on gold earlier. Of course, um, what makes the difference is taking the trade. Because at the end of the day, if you see a trade and you do not take, it does not really make sense. But that is why we have this live stream, so that when you see it and it aligns just as I call it out, then it gives you the confidence to take the trade. So because I'm comfortably, so in one of the accounts I was able to secure, let's see how much we were able to secure there. I secured about 300, so we're still having some trades running. So let's see. Okay, so we have US30 there. Oh, so now let me explain why we are having this kind of scenario. For those of us that joined the test stream we did last month, you know that this is not new. So you see, it we had a sharp drop. Let's look at this, because I'm not just here to call out signals or based on my strategy. I'm here. It's an educational stream. So when you look at this rejection, how fast it happened, then you realize that you also see a similar reaction. So if you see this fast drop, you have to also take fast profits. That's why I advise you guys to take your profit, because you might not be able to sit and see it reject or clear off the profits, and probably might even go into negative before it eventually comes back down, right? And I don't want you guys to go through that uh, cycle. So always secure your profits. All right, so we have 2 minutes to go for the next 30 minutes candle to pop open. So let's quickly switch to the 30 minutes and see how it's like. So this is how it looks like. So 2 minutes to go. Let's see what is gonna happen on gold. So US30, we have been waiting for it to reject, to retest this broken structure. Then we can look out for a buy if it meets our entry parameters. That is a nice drop. It's a nice drop. So 130 is here, new hour new 30 minutes candle is opening right here now, right before our eyes, guys. Whoa. So these are the reason I said you should secure so that you do not get into situation like this. But of course, gold is still going to push bearish. But don't always get to a point where you allow your positive trades to get into negative. It's not a good practice. It's not going to help your psychology. Ooh. So now US30 aggressively dropped to retest. So in scenarios like this, we do not engage. Because now let's look at this. Let's look at a breakdown of this. Even though we're looking for buys and it has retested, so aggressively I can decide to go for a buy aggressively. But what happens is this: I'm going to be exposing myself more. So if I decide to go for a buy here, so I'm going to be risking about 79 pips, and it's 130, right? So that is actually our entry time. But the question here is that does it meet my entry requirement? So of course the answer is no. So guys, no trade. So officially US oil has hit the expected target. So gold, luckily we're able to secure before it got into the red zone. So of course, like I said, never allow your winning trade to go into negative. Never, never do that. Never. Unless maybe you're a swing trader and of course the trade did not go significantly go in your favor. But of course, 40 pips, that is someone's daily target or weekly target, guys. So as you could see, with just one lot, we were running about 400 USD. So now the next one may ask, when am I going to sell gold again? So the next time I'm going to be selling gold is if the current candle's low is broken or is taken out. Of course, therefore means that the candle does not respect its own low. So if it does not respect its own low, it means that it's going to create a new low. So in that regards, I can go for a sell once again. So we have a speech by 2 p.m. So let's see how GU is doing. So GU has actually pushed higher, correcting those the sell. So It's blowing up. It's blowing up. Whoa! Wow! 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 So US30 is actually doing what we expected, but of course, unfortunately, we did not take that trade. But it did exactly as expected. Wow. So 45 pips, about 50 pips gone down the line. Sometimes it happens. It happens that you project the move and it comes, it does not meet your entry parameter, then it goes your way. Because of course, we already saw when I looked at it retesting this psychological level before pushing higher, and it did exactly that. Just that as at the time it happened, it was too fast, and when it does that, most of the times it dips before going bullish. So that became a pass. So gold is still struggling. Gold is still struggling. Wow, how did we get to the point that we missed that? Wow, this is painful, guys. So gold has gotten back. Yeah, it has gotten back. This is crazy. So I believe we were able to take this gold sell. Like I said, when it breaks its own low, it's going to create a new low, and that's exactly what it's doing. So pips flying. This is why you do not want to keep this to yourself. Let's share the good news. Yeah, hit it for me, guy. Hit it here. Just drop it at this point. Back at this point. Then continue. One thing I want us to understand, I want you to take note, is how price reacts whenever it's the times I mentioned. That is the time you need to see some movement. You're gonna see some movement. So we have about 4 minutes to go for this 15 minutes candle to close. So like I said, the sell is still valid. Sell is still valid on gold. So this is a pass. It did exactly as expected, but we did not take advantage of it. All right, so now let me revise this for you. If you are picking this gold sell, this should be your stop loss. So its high should be your stop loss. So basically, this is how your trade should look like. So risking about 41 pips, still going for the same target. That's about 76 pips. So now, looking at what gold is doing, there is a possibility that this 1.2600 level will hold. There's a possibility it's going to hold. So what you need to do is that when price closes below this zone, this is the 1 hour time frame. When price closes below 1.2581, if it closes below that, then you can sell GU. Define your targets. Pips are flying. Pips are flying. Whoa. So US30 is heading towards our target. The target was 34,300. So but unfortunately. So it's almost at that target. Almost at that target. And gold is doing very well. Gold is doing very well, guys. So at this point, you can start securing your profit. So already we are sitting in about 51 pip on gold. So 52. Yeah, so we are about to hit target. So let's get that congratulations waiting. Let's get it waiting. Gonna pop some champagne. All right, let's sit tight. Yeah. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't do that. Go. We are about to pop some champagne. Just keep dropping. Oh, let's see if we can. Uh, so, of course, when gold hits our target, we will be wrapping up on the stream because, of course, so gold, we have taken two trades. The first trade was this sell, which gave us about 40 pips, and currently this is a trade that is giving us 42 pips for those of us that have not shut it down. But I would advise you shut it down, even as at the time it got to about 60 pips. For me, I'm gonna be holding. My entry is already at break even. I will consider closing this trade if it pushes up to retest this. That is when I will consider closing it, because of course I can't wait for it to go into negative. We want to pop that champagne, and gold will be able to give us that opportunity to pop that champagne. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Let's see, we just have about 60 pips currently. We have about 16 pips to go. 16 pips to go. Are we being greedy? Maybe. But let's see. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that, gold. Now, this other block is what is causing that delay. So of course, if it gets back down there, I'm gonna shut it down. Ain't messing with my money. Okay, so let's do the needful. Are you ready to rock and roll? Let's rumble. So we're waiting for a further dip. Yes, gold can do it. Can do it. Yes, our fingers are on the close button. Yes, that is it. That is it. That is it. All right, so at this point we're shutting it down and we are celebrating. Let's get it popping. So a big congratulations to everyone that enjoyed the trade today. So though we were not able to capitalize on our US30 buy, but of course it did exactly as expected. Pip to pip, we expected a drop to retest before pushing, and it did exactly that. And it's been a wrap, guys. It's been a wrap, guys. So thank you very much for joining me in today's stream. We're just gonna stay for about 9 more minutes before we call it a wrap to see how 2 p.m. will close. Then of course I will share as a trade idea so that it will help you if you are still going to be picking trades today, so that you know what to do when it comes to trading for the rest of the day. Okay, so overall overview for those that are still going to be trading. So gold is still bearish. That I can tell you. I can tell you. Look at that. So with this volume, gold has a possibility of pushing down all the way to this zone. So as a swing trader, of course, we have had series. Look at this. Let me give you a breakdown. So we had price create a rejection. Sorry. So we had a rejection here. One, another rejection, rejection. Now, the very first time we had a rejection, what happened? Look at the massive move we had right here. Okay. So now when you project into the future, you saw price come back to that zone, did deep down. Today being CPI, price, like I said earlier, the direction we saw the spike went first is mostly the direction you are going to see price continue. This is a tip I'm giving for free. The direction you see a spike is most likely the direction that we will have a continuation. So whenever you start seeing a rejection in that opposite direction, then you should be rest assured that the first direction that price had printed is where price is gonna head towards, whether it's a bullish direction or it's a bearish direction. And that's exactly what we saw on gold. So when price breaks this zone, or especially this low, we should see price drop back into this zone to retest the 1940 area. So goal for swing traders or for people that will still be holding has the capacity to drop all the way to 1940 when we see a clean break of this zone, the 1953 area. So like I said, pound dollar, we need to see a close below the 1.2580, then you can join the sell. So basically US30 is flat. It has done just exactly as expected from the weekly analysis. So we expected a buy continuation into this zone. So you can see right here, just as the market opened, there is no wick, it pushed higher. So let's see how many pips it has done. So let's say you cut it around, let's just give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's say you cut it at 33,900, so you should be able to have secured 383 pip. So this exit is based on this. So those of us that trade other block ICT and the rest of the strategies, so it was based off this. So you can see what price did when we saw a rejection at this level. It had a strong drop for about 4 days. 1 2 3 4. So when price got back into that zone, we saw price try to break above, came back below it, closed below it, and we saw what happened. The third time price tried to retest that area, you can see what happened. So we are just a student of repeated price action. So that is basically the tip I'm leaving you guys with in today's live. We'll be back on Thursday same time, Friday same time. So let's get prepared to be a part of these life-changing sessions. I believe this session was helpful, as it also was for me. So kindly share the video, let people join. Remember, I'll be doing a 10k prop firm giveaway before the end of the month. So let's invite our friends, let's invite people to join. The moment we get to 70 subs, I'm gonna shoot for someone to win and get started. All right guys, thank you very much. Peace.